Hello everyone, welcome to Chem Analysis. Here I am with another video where I will solve previous year CSR December 2018 physical chemistry questions, and that questions are asked for 2 marks. So let's see what type of questions are asked in December 2018. The first question is from group theory, and it is asked that we have to identify or tell about the point group of N2O, that is nitrous oxide, and it is also known as laughing gas. If we draw the structure of N2O, that will be, here will be nitrogen positive and this nitrogen is negative, and there will be other resonating form like this. Okay, there is another one possibility, and these two structures are stable resonating structure of N2O, and there is another possibility that the oxygen lone pair will form here triple bond and it will form here nitrogen 2 minus, and that structure will be unstable since the more electronegative oxygen center is carrying the positive charge. So these two structure will be stable resonating structure of N2O. Now if we have to identify or tell about the point group of N2O. That is, here we can see that there is a C infinity axis passing through this nitrogen, this middle nitrogen and oxygen along this. This is C infinity axis, and containing this principal axis there will be infinity number of sigma v plane containing this principal axis, and along this sigma v plane there will be also infinity number of C2 axis containing this principal axis, and there is no C2 axis which is perpendicular to the principal C infinity axis. Therefore the point group of N2O will be C infinity V. Okay, so we can say that option number B is the correct answer. So let's see next question. Here it is given that the electronic spectrum of sodium atom has a closely separated doublet at these two value. We have to identify the higher energy transition. Now for that we have to first know the term symbol of sodium atom. The electronic configuration of sodium is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 and 3s1. In the ground state the term symbol of sodium will be, since there is one electron in the s orbital for which spin is equal to half, and L value will be 0 since it is in s orbital. So the term symbol will be 2s plus 1 L J, and 2s plus 1 corresponds to 2, and since L is equal to 0, so L will be S, and J value will be L plus S to L minus S, and since here L is equal to 0, so J value will be half. Now in the excited state, when one electron from the 3s orbital of sodium excited to 3p orbital, the electronic configuration will be, in that case 3s orbital will be 3s0, and electron, since electron is excited to p orbital, so electronic configuration will be 3p1. And in excited state, for the one electron in the p orbital, s will be half since there is one unpaired electron, and L will be plus 1 since there is 3p orbital, and L corresponding to 3 orbital is like this, and first electron will be present in the higher L value. Now the term symbol will be 2s plus 1 is equal to 2, and since L is equal to 1, so L will be P, and there is a possibility of 2J value since J value can be from L plus 1 to L plus S to L minus S. So L plus S equal to 3 by 2 and L minus S equal to half. So there is possibility of two term symbol in the excited state of sodium. First, the electron from the 3s orbital will be excited to 3p orbital, and this electronic spectrum arises due to emission spectrum of sodium from the two doublet, that is 2p term, and that p term are like this. When the electron undergo electronic transition from 2p 3/2 to 2s half, and similarly 2p half to 2s half, and for that electronic transition these two doublet arises, and the higher energy transition will correspond to 2p 3/2 to 2s half. Therefore, the higher energy electronic transition will be this one, and we can say that option number A is the correct answer. This term symbol for ground state and these two term symbol arises for the excited state of sodium. Now this is a question from quantum chemistry. It is given that the uncertainty in the position of a moving electron, that is delta x, is equal to 100 picometer. That means 100 into 10 to the power minus 12 meter, and we can write it 10 to the minus 10 meter. And we have to identify the uncertainty in the speed of the electron. Now we know that the multiplication of uncertainty in momentum operator and uncertainty in position operator is equal to h by 4 pi. Now if we write the momentum like this, that is mass into velocity, and this is uncertainty in position, and this will be uncertainty in speed or velocity of the electron that we have to identify. If it is along x-axis, then this is delta Vx. It will be h by 4 pi. Now if we put the value, then we can easily calculate the uncertainty in the speed of the electron. That is h will be 6.63 into 10 to the power minus 34 joules second, and the remaining value, that is m will be 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31, it is kg, and delta x, it is 10 to the minus 10 meter. Now if we put all the value and calculate the value of delta V, that is uncertainty speed, it will be near about 6.0 into 10 to the power 5. You can use your calculator and calculate this value, it will be near to this value. That means we can see that option number second is the correct answer. This is a very important question. We have here it is given that the volume change in a certain phase transition is 2 ml per mole at the transition point. From this statement we have to tell about the order of the phase transition. Now if we draw the change of volume of a substance along with temperature, that is temperature along the x-axis and volume along the y-axis, then we can see that with increasing temperature volume of the system increases, and if at a certain point of time the volume increases at a abrupt value, and after that it increases as usual. That means at a specific temperature the change in volume with respect to temperature is discontinuous, and here we can see from the given value that at a specific temperature, that is at the transition point, the volume increases by a greater amount. That means there will be a discontinuity in the volume versus temperature graph at this transition point, and if there appears a discontinuity for the first derivative of change of volume with respect to temperature, then the phase transition will be first order phase transition. First order phase transition. and if there is a discontinuity for the second derivative of change of volume with respect to temperature, then the transition will be second order phase transition. Therefore option number A is the correct answer. And here the change in the volume is 2.0 ml per mole, that is volume is changing at a higher amount, and for that reason this discontinuity appears. This is a very easy question. We have to tell about the dependence of temperature for with the root mean square speed of a molecule for a perfect gas. Now the root mean square velocity of a perfect gas is related as 3RT by m, root over 3RT by m. That means CRMS is proportional to root over T, that is T to the power half. So option number C is the correct answer. In this question, it is given that the activation energy of a reaction reduces by 12 kilocalorie per mole in the presence of an enzyme at 300 Kelvin temperature. Assuming pseudo first order kinetics, calculate the factor by which the reaction rate is increased. Now, since the reaction is pseudo first order, we can apply the Arrhenius rate equation to calculate the factor by which the reaction rate increases. That means for the first reaction, if you write the rate equation, that is K is equal to A into e to the power Ea by RT, and if the activation energy E1 is in absence of enzyme, and if the second rate constant is E2 by RT, and here E2 is the activation energy in presence of enzyme, that means E2 minus E1, since activation energy is reduced by 12 kilocalorie, that means it will be minus 12 kilocalorie, that means 10 to the 3 calorie per mole. Is it okay? Now if we divided K2 by K1, the AA will be cancelled out. Since it is Arrhenius constant, it will be same for both the cases. So the equation will be minus E2 minus E1 divided by RT. If we put the value, that is E2 minus E1 is equal to minus 12 into 10 to the power 3, that is it will be minus will be plus 12 into 10 to the power 3 divided by value of R is equal to 2 calorie Kelvin inverse mole inverse, and temperature is. Now if we put the value and calculate this factor, that is K2 by K1, it will be near about 5 into 10 to the power 8. That means the rate of the reaction in presence of enzyme will be increased by a factor 5 into 10 to the power 8. That means option number D is the correct answer. Here we have to tell out the correct statement among the following. For a electrochemical cell reaction, that is for a complete cell, there is a salt bridge between two half cell reaction. Now we have to tell about the effect of salt bridge on the two half cell reaction. The first option is salt bridge is required for the mixing of the solutions in the two half cells. It is not correct. Salt bridge allows current to flow between the half cells without mixing the solutions. It is the correct option. Now the third option is salt bridge enhances the rate of the reaction. Salt bridge does not play any role in enhancing the rate of the reaction, and salt bridge consists of a non-electrolyte in a gel. It is also not correct answer. So we can see that option number B is the correct answer. This is a question from solid state chemistry, and I have already uploaded a video describing the previous year questions of solid state chemistry. If you have not watched that video, you can check the description box. I will attach the link there. Here it is given that in a cubic crystal, the 111 and 222 reflections are observed, but not the 001 reflection. We have to tell about the Bravais lattice. Now, if there is a reflection for a HK plane, then for any value of HK and L, if the reflection is possible, then the crystal lattice will be simple cubic crystal, that is SCC or primitive, and the Bravais lattice will be BCC, that is body centered cubic lattice, if the summation of H plus K plus L, that is the summation of the HK and L for which the reflection is allowed, if it is even, then the crystal lattice will be BCC. Now for FCC, the reflection will be allowed for HKL plane if all the HK and L value will be either even or odd. Okay. First of all, we have to check that the crystal lattice is BCC or FCC. If both possibility is not possible, then we have to go for the simple cubic crystal. Now let's check for the BCC lattice. Here we can see that the summation of for the first reflection plane, that is HKL value, the summation will be 3, that is odd. So the crystal lattice is not BCC. Okay. And here we can see that all the value of HK and L for this 111 plane is odd for 111 plane, and for the 222 plane all the value of HKL is even. And as I said here that for all HKL either even or odd, the crystal lattice will be FCC. So we can say that these two reflection plane corresponds to the FCC lattice. Now if we check this value, here we can see that 0 0 is even, 0 0 and 1 is odd. This reflection is not possible. This also signifies that this crystal lattice is FCC. If all the value is either odd or even, then there must be reflection for a FCC lattice. It means we can say that the Bravais lattice is face centered cubic. This is the last question for this discussion. It is from a electrochemical cell. Here we have to tell about the standard free energy for this reaction, and here the redox potential values are given. Here I want to mention one thing, that this value given here is not correct. You can check literature, it will be like this: E0 Ag plus 2 Ag. It is the reduction potential value, that is 0.80, and if the redox potential value is given like this, Ag to Ag plus, then it will be minus 0.80. You can solve this question by using this given value, that is silver to silver plus is 0.80. You will see that none of the option is matching with your result. So I am solving this question using this value, that is redox potential for silver plus to silver 0 is 0.80. That means for the first this case we can write that Ag plus, it is given reduction potential value, it will be 0.80 volt, and for this case it is also given the reduction potential value of silver bromide. And we have to construct this equation, and we can construct this equation if we subtract equation 1 with equation 2, that is AgBr plus Ag will be equal to Ag plus Br minus Ag will be cancelled out, and E0 of this cell will be 0.07 minus 0.80 volt, that is minus 0.73 volt. Thus the overall reaction will be AgBr to Ag plus Br minus, and this is the given reaction. We have to identify the standard free energy for this reaction, that is this is the given reaction, and to calculate the standard free energy we can use the equation that G0 is equal to minus NF E0, and if we put the value here, N will be 1 since there is 1 electron involved in each of the half cell reaction, and value of F is 96,500, and E0 is minus 0.73 volt. Now if we calculate this value, then it will be 70 kilojoule mole inverse. Okay, since here there is minus, this minus will be plus and the value will be positive, so we can see that option number C is the correct answer. So that's all for this discussion. If you like this video, you can also share it with your friends, and if you are new in this channel, then please subscribe to my channel Chem Analysis to get such interesting videos in future. Thank you.